guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming to you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Siege Leader Class Shockwave. Part of the new War for Cybertron trilogy line. Much like all these new Siege figures, you get this really nice new package with obviously an open window here that fully showcases the figure. You got the different Transformers logos here, Siege, and then on the side you got a really cool artistic image of Shockwave, and obviously that he is a leader class, which yes, I know there's a huge controversy about that, and we'll get into it here in a bit. You come around to the back of the package, you got images of him in his robot as well as his vehicle mode, and also his combat ready form. And then also available in this new leader class wave, we got an image of Ultra Magnus. But for the packaging on this guy, that's basically it. It's just kind of bigger. So all that being said, without further ado, let's get this guy out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have Shockwave opened up and out of his packaging. And honestly, this is a really great toy. And much like all of the new Siege figures, Shockwave here does a great job of looking like Shockwave when you get all of this extra stuff off of them. But where this toy absolutely fails, in my opinion, is the price point. This is a leader class toy, and therefore it carries a price point of $50. Now yeah, costs are going up. We all know that, but this, all this extra stuff on here, in my opinion, is really pointless. They should have just got rid of all of it, leaving him a Voyager size figure, because realistically, that's what this guy is. He only gets to that higher price point because of all this extra junk. And while it's nice to get a Shockwave in the kind of Generations line, I feel like what they did here, and again, increasing the price point, is kind of shitty. Yeah, I said it. I'm not happy with where they're going with this stuff. I mean, he looks absolutely terrific. I mean, looking at the detail, I mean, he is a really cool looking ship, I guess. I guess they're calling him like a submarine type of thing now, or maybe you could call this like a spaceship or something like that. Honestly, when I flip it around upside down like this, kind of reminds me of the Galvatron's ship from the original 80s animated movie. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Kind of, sort of. I mean, like, these would have to be a little bit lower, but kind of looks like it. But it's cool looking. I mean, it really is. The colors look really good. There's a ridiculous amount of detail put throughout this entire thing. I mean, it's just laden with molded in detail, and it looks terrific. It also has light piping up here. You can kind of see it. I'm like, this is a whole separate section, but like you can see, you got light piping there for his Shockwave eye. But I mean, pretty cool. Got a big giant cannon looking thing there in the front. You got some skid sections down here for landing gear. He's got guns up here, but if it were to shoot, it would probably shoot into this. So it's probably, or at least maybe not there, but definitely this, which sits up a little bit higher. So those are kind of stupid. But all in all, vehicle mode wise, he does look pretty cool. All of his modes look cool. I just don't think it's necessary. Now, you can go to a more generic look for his, I guess, spaceship mode or submarine mode, whatever. You just detach this, pull this off, and set that off to the side, just like that. And then you take these bits off as well. They tab in. This actually is going to form two separate sections, so go ahead and separate this. We're going to put that off to the side and do that on this side as well. So this is like just a generic, not armored up spaceship / submarine. Or, hey, you could turn it upside down, put this thing away, and look! It looks like G1 Shockwave. I mean, that is awesome. I love that they fit that in there. It's still kind of lame, like, oh, we can't do a gun. So, hey, let's just take the gun and turn it upside down, and it's a submarine. What? Okay, I guess. Again, we're going to separate these little bits right here and kind of put that off to the side. We'll play with all this stuff later on because his robot mode armors up. But in this configuration, it's a tiny gun. It's a little teeny tiny gun. Kind of wish that they did something where you could take these feet and collapse these, because as it is, they just kind of sit there, which is kind of annoying, but you know, whatever. Now, transformation into his full-on robot mode. First, you're going to take this, pull this away. This is a rubber hose. I don't know how good this will last over time, or if it'll dry out or something. Kind of iffy about it. As it is right now, it looks pretty cool. You do have some silver paint thrown throughout there, which is kind of neat, but you know, it is what it is. Go ahead, take these legs then. We're going to separate this, separate all the way up like that, and then just kind of pull this away and flare that out to the side. Take these. These are just going to extend out, very much like what we've gotten with other Titans Return, Combiner Wars, a very similar type of transformation there. I mean, again, the other thing is, like, as a leader class figure, there's not much to this guy. A lot of the steps are just putting parts on him. You want to collapse this down and then fold this in. I do like how that kind of hides the hollowness of it. Take these legs at the thigh here. You're going to rotate these around just like that. Come around here. I should probably angle up a little bit so you can see just about everything. This little section here, you're going to pull this down and around. There we go. Pull this out. And then when you have that dangle, you can take these arms, fold these down, fold those down, and take this section here, plug this to the underside of his arm, and then take this whole section. This is going to collapse all the way back. You got these little tabs right here that this is going to tab into thusly, and then you fold this down, fold out his head, bring it back, kind of line up the little grooves here. You got little slots in the back here that these little nubs are going to lock into. Push that in, and there you have Shockwave in his robot mode, his regular robot mode. Like I said, all this stuff is going to armor him up, and you know, that is kind of cool. But setting this off to the side for right now, focusing on this figure, this is where I was saying that they should have just kept this out of the equation and just given us this figure. I would have been perfectly content with it like this. If you priced it right, as a Voyager-sized figure, bringing in a couple Voyager-sized figures. Here's Voyager-class Megatron. I mean, he's really not that much bigger. And Megatron is actually fairly big. He's bigger than Optimus Prime. So you're getting the idea. Do I have this? Oh, I feel like yeah, that's totally reversed. Let me spin that around. I had that wrong. He totally is too small of a figure. I'm just breaking all the leg things. But I mean, that's way too tiny. This is a shout out from my buddy Darren, who he only has what is this, the Titans Return Megatron? He wanted to see a comparison there. So there you are, Darren, giving you a good look at this guy with Shockwave. Again, a little bit bigger. He's kind of in the same ballpark as the new guy. But a Voyager-sized figure at a leader class price point is a bit messed up. Now, I don't like usually comparing previous line figures to new existing ones. Get this, and this is gonna go in there. But I want to do it. This is a little bit older of a figure, but here is leader class Jetfire. What? Come on. I mean, that's insane. Okay, so that's a little bit older. I get you. I get what you guys are saying. Here is the Titans Return leader class Power Master Optimus Prime. Seriously? I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. And this was actually a cheaper figure. This was like $47. This guy is $50. He costs more. Is ridiculously. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to armor him up, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to armor him up, and that's going to offset the cost difference. Okay, so this is what we do to armor him up. You bring this around, keep these little fin things towards the back, and you bring this over, kind of sit this on the top, and then you bring all this down, and this is going to tab in along the side. Take these little bits, tab those down, just like that. And you can kind of just flare those out. Those are weird little things that just hang off there. Okay, so now we have a foot section. You got a little peg and everything here. So you're going to line that up. Put that there. Let's put this on this as well. Here we go. We're going to peg that in there. And then lift these pieces up along the side because he doesn't want to go skiing, obviously. All right, so he's getting bigger. Right? Okay, he's getting bigger. These little pieces here, these go like that, and then you rotate this around, and you have these weird little arm things. Now you got a little post on the inside here that's going to tab into this hole. So just kind of bring this in and kind of play with it. There we go. There we go. All right. And then you got these weird extra arms of his. Just because, apparently, oh, maybe that's upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. So rotate that. I guess maybe that looks a little bit better. I don't know. You got a double joint here if you go like that. So I guess I'll go like that. So there we go. All right. So now you plug that in. And again, okay. So Shockwave is now armored up. Here he is. This is a super armored mode. So, okay. That's cool. Here is Voyager class Megatron again. So, yeah, he gets a little bit bigger. Again, $50 leader class figure. This is like a $30 Voyager figure. Okay. All right, get him out of here. You know. For Darren, here we have the Titans Return Megatron. So there you go. You see that? Not all that much different in terms of the overall bulk. And this guy is a Voyager class triple changer. 3 modes built into him. Okay, all right, I got you. So let's bring in a leader class, because, you know, Shockwave's a leader class figure. So, you know, here's, again, a little bit older of a figure, leader class Jetfire. Again, what? Okay, all right, okay, all right. I mean, that's a little bit older of a figure. Let's bring in Titans Return Leader Class Optimus Prime. Are you getting an idea of what's about to happen? This is ridiculous. Come on, Hasbro. I mean, like I said, keep all this stupid crap because Shockwave never had this. This is all stupid crap. Now, in the instructions, they actually show like a hovercraft thing for him, but they don't show you how to do it in the instructions. So, play with it how you see fit. But I mean, this is... You guys can't see me, but I'm literally doing this right now. I mean, this never happened. This shouldn't happen. I mean, why does he need these weird extra arms? This never happened. So keep this. I mean, come on. First articulation. In this mode here, I guess both. The head is on a nice ball joint, so you get a nice range of motion with it. You can move it around. You can see really great light piping, again, going on there. The shoulders here, as part of the transformation, have this little hinge that you can move it up and down, but then you also have, is that a ball joint? I think that's just like a ball joint right there, or is that a pin hinge joint? Either way, the arms can move in and out. You got rotation at the upper part of the bicep. You can bend here at the elbow. He does have a waist rotation, which is nice. You got slightly ratcheted hips that move in and out, or forward and back. They can move in and out on friction joints. Rotation here at the upper part of the thigh. He's got nice ratchet joints at the knee, and then you come down to the ankles, and you do have a little bit of ankle pivot moving forward and back. Or side to side, not really forward and back or anything. And then when you take all this stuff, we're going to have to take it off anyhow to transform it back. So take that off, take that off, take the feet off, like that, take the feet off, like that. This whole back section, these detach and set that out to the side. Articulation here is exactly the same. You do get a little bit more free range of motion because you took all the junk off. So you can see you got a much wider range of motion going on there. The little hose here, you can kind of put it in different areas. It is attached to his back permanently here. This is the part that can move around. You do have a section here where you can put it on the outside of his arm, or you can put it on the underside. Personal preference, really. But this is a great toy. It is an absolutely great toy. I absolutely love the way that he looks. I mean, this has Shockwave written all over him. I mean, this guy is really cool. It's just all the other crap that he comes with bogs him down. It doesn't ruin the figure. It just ruins the price point of the figure and makes you not want to pay $50 to get this. And the transformation, let's be honest, this Voyager class Megatron has a better transformation than this guy does. This guy's transformation is you pull down his chest, you flip his head back, and then you tuck that right there. This whole section extends up and out. You just kind of extend that all there. And then you unpeg this, fold this up, pull this up. It takes some cues from that Masterpiece one, which is pretty cool. You fold that there, and then, fold that all the way down. And then you bring these over, and then you collapse this around. There we go. Take his thighs. You rotate those around, and then you open this bit up right here. This part is probably the trickiest part because there's not a real good place to get your finger in there. There you go. I'm just going to pull that. There we go. Pull that there. And then kind of pull that there. And then you collapse these legs. Again, really simplistic here. For a leader class figure, not impressed with the transformation. Again, it's not even really a good Voyager size transformation because it's so simple. Then you take this, and then you plug that there. And you take this, and this is going to end up plugging in there for his thing. You can't really get it all the way up here. I mean, you can, but it's going to stretch it. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on there, and that's probably going to even wear it out even more. You could probably put it there in the back, too, if you really wanted to. But like this, I'm perfectly content with this. It doesn't really stand up. There's not really much you can do. You probably create some kind of a platform for him with all this random crap. So you could do something like that. So that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with just this. But hey, we're going to flip him over. We're going to make him a submarine. I'm going to take this, fold out this little... And that's not going to fold out very easily because lack of fingernail. All right, whatever. So we're going to take these. We're going to attach all this stuff. This section right here, you have a little tiny tab piece right on there that when you bring this up will lock into place. So we got that. Then you can take these, and you got a little tiny hole here and a bigger hole. So you line up the holes. Put that in there. There you go. Let's do that on this guy. Oh, and then you're going to take this, and then you're going to come around here, and you got a little slot in a hole that you line up. You put right there. All right, so set that there. Now let's do this. And again, rotate this around, lock that up into place, tab these little bits together. Great paint on here though too. The purple looks really very good. The silver looks great. There's not a lot of that anywhere on here that I can really see that battle damage stuff. I don't really see much of that at all on here, so that's kind of cool. Maybe a little bit on his feet, where the silver paint is, a little bit, not really much, but it is kind of there. So we're gonna peg that in like so. So there we are, coming it together. Then take this, you want to rotate this piece around, rotate this piece around, and then bring this up and over. It kind of just sits right here, and then fold this in, and then you got a little hole sections on the side here that these little tabs are gonna lock into. So kind of go like that, bring that around, bring that around. Everything should pretty much line up just about perfectly. You got little tabs here that are gonna lock in underneath the what were the shoulders. So you just kind of feel for that and get that to slot in. Do that on this side as well. It's a little bit tricky to get that to stretch out. And then you bring these two pieces here. Oh, well, keep that in there. Come on, Paul. And then you bring this in like that. Kind of collapse everything in. And there you have him back in his space, under the sea, whatever mode. Again, you know, a lot of it is mostly personal preference. I think that the figure turned out great, but I really feel like they totally could have just left out a lot of the extra junk and given us Shockwave as a Voyager class figure and been done with it. I feel like all the extra stuff is unnecessary. They wanted to give us a leader class Shockwave at that $50 price point, so they manufactured a look for him. And I'm not a big fan of that. The figure itself is great though. I mean, don't get me wrong. The figure is terrific. I just don't like the price on it. And I think that they could have done a better job. Especially, like I said, if they gave it to us as a Voyager figure. But he's still really very cool. If you can get this guy at a cheaper price, do it all day long. He's a great toy, just not a $50 one. So all that being said, if Shockwave here is a figure that you'd like to add to your collection, he is hitting various retail locations right now. So if you're looking for him, good luck and happy hunting. Or as always, there's places online such as Big Bad Toy Store. For that, I'll put a link down in the video description. You'll go to BBTS where you can check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of new Transformer figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate your support and letting me know simply by hitting that thumbs up button. That one small little gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. Also, I want to send a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. Also, I want to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And finally, remember, the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.
You're at your best when the going gets rough.